Tottenham 5, Burnley 2, and Heung-min Son is back. Yes, guys. Hello and welcome back to the Spurs-Related YouTube channel and podcast. I hope everyone's doing very well today. Today, we review the Tottenham absolute Ange ball masterclass in a 5-2 win over Burnley that's just finished. And my goodness, I'm buzzing. I don't know if you can even tell. I'm like a kid at Christmas. We finally got the proper Tottenham team back out there today after Tuesday's travesty. Today, I'm joined alongside Andre. Andre, just out of 10, how good was that, mate? How good was that?
I would say a solid 9 out of 10. I know that you might think 10, but I do think there are a couple things that we will talk about that need some tweaking. But what a game. We were so confident out there. It's awesome.
It was amazing to see. I wouldn't give it a 10 based on the fact we did concede twice, and there was a couple of bits in the first half I wasn't so sure on. But guys, let us know in the comments below and smash a thumbs up for that win. Help us out, help this channel grow further, and let us know your thoughts on that Ange ball masterclass today, because it really was perfect. And my goodness, as I said in the intro, Heung-min Son, when he hasn't scored in so many games, so many weeks, they all come at once. He scores a hat-trick, 3 goals for our Korean king, and what great finishes he produced today. Andre, how impressed were you with this man?
Well, I mean, they were all so clinical, right? None of them looked like they were he just took a shot and hoped for the best. He really, he picked his target and that's where it went, and it went in. It was great to see that kind of composure. It was great to see him back. Yeah. Now, the real question is, because last season this happened, and you know what I'm talking about, he scores a lot of goals. Everyone gets excited that his confidence is back. And then once again, he doesn't come back and score for another few games. I really hope that this time, the following game that we see, he scores again. And it's not one of those things where once again, he's going to wait a few games before something happens.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I believe it's his 5th Premier League hat-trick in a Tottenham shirt. And yeah, like you said, clinical today, but let's hope the momentum does carry on. Guys, do you think Sonny will go on to score goals in every game, or most games he's played? Every game is pretty much impossible, but most games he's playing coming up, it would be nice to see him go on a run, wouldn't it, Andre?
Yeah, it would. It would. I mean, I want to see the Son from a few years ago, where every game he was scoring. Anytime we felt like we needed a goal, we're just waiting for him to get the ball so that he could shoot from wherever and it'll probably go in. That's what I want to see, especially now that he has the captain's armband, which of course, look, I really hope it does happen.
Beautiful. And that first goal, I just want to talk about, because we could talk about all the goals, but we just want to do a quick match reaction and get your guys' thoughts in the comments. It's half the reason we sort of do these. But honestly, that finish for the first goal, it was a great 1-2 with Solomon on the counter-attack from a Burnley corner. He takes one touch, he composes himself, he takes another touch, dinks it over the goalkeeper perfectly into the back of the net. And my goodness, that was the composure of Heung-min Son that we have been missing for many, many weeks, where we're saying Sonny just doesn't look on it. His first touch looks off. He seemed calm, composed, and as soon as he scored one, I feel like his confidence lifted, and my goodness, he was so good today. The Son of old is back.
Oh, 100%. But, you know, beyond just the composure of him, I want to actually talk about Romero, who, honestly, I was watching it on my phone for a little bit before switching to my laptop, and I dropped my phone when that goal happened. What a rocket.
Yeah, what a finish. I mean, ball comes on the edge of the area and you're thinking, oh my goodness, Romero's like running towards it. You know, you'd kind of want a Maddison or you know, a Sonny hitting it from there. Romero's found himself on the edge of the box, hit it first time, top left-hand corner, sweet as you like, powerful as you like you've described it here, Andre, a rocket. And my goodness, he loved it as well. The passion, the Spurs fans in the away end there went nuts. You can see just on the stroke of halftime, what a time to score. And if we move forwards in just a minute, that was shown from complete dominance in the first half. We probably should have scored a couple more, but we went into the break 2-1, and those stats reflect how much we dominated in the first half.
Yeah, no, I agree. I also think that this goal is just so much. It's such a good highlight because it is the goal that got us into that momentum in the second half.
Yeah.
But just before we talk about the stats, you guys, I want to quickly mention the Burnley goals, which, you know what? Burnley did show promise. It's been kind of unfortunate. They've had some really hard teams to face, but I think their goals were actually good. And it surprised me how they sort of crept through our defense, even with Van de Ven and Romero at the back.
100%. Yeah, I actually missed the last goal from Brownhill, so you can maybe talk me through it. But the goal we conceded at the start was, we were out of shape. They did break us very quickly. It was a Burnley of new company's sort of attacking style of play. They went through the lines very quickly. Our midfield sort of was out of shape because we were moving forward. So it was a nice counter. It then got played left-hand side. Pedro Porro was sort of done by the Burnley winger, played inside to their striker who scored. And I mean, listen, although I'm thinking this is like an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 performance, it was incredible. Defensively, when we play teams like a Man City or a Man United or a Liverpool, we will get hit hard on the counter-attack like that with better quality. So I just believe that although we've scored 5 goals and we're incredible going forward today, there is still those defensive frailties, especially when we're playing inverted fullbacks that aren't necessarily completely used to that system yet.
Yeah, no, and the second goal was sort of the same, where they sort of broke through our defense and then we sort of broke out of shape trying to compensate for the fact that there was a player that was on the run. And by doing so, we left another one open. So that's definitely something that Postecoglou is going to probably look into and replay and sort of tweak it up, because you're right. I feel, and that's what I felt. I'm like, if we have stronger quality against us, I feel like we'd be conceding more and possibly
Yeah.
scoring less at the same time.
No, 100%. Like I said, I want to get carried away. I want to believe that we can get top 4 and everything else, but I have to just point out, like, that first Burnley goal, it was avoidable. I think we just need to maybe not commit too much going forwards. I love it. It's aggressive. We play through the lines very quickly, but as soon as we make one mistake and lose the ball, we just get done, it seems, on the break. But listen, I'm staying positive today. I mean, not many times we go away from home and score 5 goals, so I'm going to enjoy it today. I really am.
No, for
And
sure.
everyone in
But
the
I
chat
think,
should as well. Everyone in the chat should. They should just enjoy the weekend, because look, Chelsea lost as well. It's got to be said. I had to get that in there. Chelsea lost at home to Forest, so what a weekend so far. But these stats, Andre, I pulled off. That just shows the first half dominance, where we probably should have been more than 2 goals, one goal up. And second half, it looked a bit more balanced. However, we took our chances. Son was so clinical. Maddison's finish was a beauty from outside the area. And so both of Son's finishes in the second half were incredible. So it just shows that actually the clinicalness up front, which was missing, if you remember, in the Bournemouth game where we should have scored more, is back
yeah.
today. And that's because Heung-min Son was playing as a number 9 off the back, off the shoulder of the final defender. We've said it in previous podcasts, haven't we, Andre, that Richarlison just isn't understanding it. Son, play him up front. It's where he's best nowadays. I do believe that, because he doesn't beat the man one-on-one anymore, but he is so good at finishing. And if you get him in the right places, he will score goals.
Yeah, and I mean, if you want real proof of that, think about our Champions League run to the final. Literally,
Yep,
Heung-min Son was playing more centrally that time. It was 2 of them, Lucas Moura and Son, playing in the middle together, being able to
definitely.
run quickly, being able to hit them on the counters. It's kind of the same here. You play him more centrally, he's got more to do. And I think especially right now, I don't know what's going on with the pace exactly. He's got that pace, but he doesn't have that sort of speed from a few years ago. it can happen at any age where you slow down a little. That's fine. Switch him
Yeah.
somewhere else and you'll find his amazing skills once again. And I feel like centrally is the right way to go moving forward.
100%. I think we keep that 11 again. Solomon, I was impressed with, especially first half with his contribution. Obviously, playing in Son was very calm when he got the ball, took one touch, played it back to Son. It was composed. They knew where each other were, and that front three just looked much more connected today. Whereas in previous games, they've looked very disconnected, and they all have sort of different ideas, different styles. Solomon coming in on the left today made a big, big difference, and I really did actually like that. But Andre, let's finally move on to our man of the match. And for me, it's an easy one. Although there was so many good performances, James Maddison was sauce today. Again, ran the whole show. So good. Romero, solid, great goal. You've even got, obviously, in the mix here as well, Porro. I mean, I was tweeting in the first half, he's not a right back. He did get done defensively for the first goal, but my goodness, how many great balls did he play through today? It was incredible how good he was offensively, and we know how good he is offensively. The argument is he could be a winger. But for me, just because he needed these goals, and he's got 3 of them today, and he was superb, clinical, and back to his best, the man of the match for me is Heung-min Son, and I don't think you can argue that. Other than Maddison, you can't argue that Son was man of the match today.
No, for sure. It's exactly the same for me. I think that hat trick, that leadership showed as it normally does, but this time, it's on paper, right? 3 goals. Yeah. You can't really, that's fine. Heung-min Son's the man of the match for me as well.
Love it. What a win. What a win. I'm just buzzing. That's what I want to see every week. I've seen people getting ahead of themselves saying we can win the league on Twitter, but guys, at the end of the day, let's just enjoy it while we are winning, and we are unbeaten in the league. Yes, we're out the cup, but my goodness, this first 11 looks some team under Ange Postecoglou's new Tottenham era. Guys, as I said before, smash the like, smash the subscribe if you're new for more content. Turn those noti bells on, and we'll see you very, very soon. As always, come on, you Spurs! Get in there!